Steve here.
And Larson.
Top 10 gaming acquisitions.
Number 10.
Zynga buys everyone. Basically everything mobile and or Facebook gaming related, including Larson's drug of choice, Words with Friendos, has been snatched up by Zynga.
Without Zynga, I would never have known the word cat, Q-A-T, existed.
What does it even mean, though?
Who cares? It's pure points, Steve.
Number 9.
Gears of Microsoft. Apparently President John Microsoft played Gears of War Judgment and thought the same thing we all did. What the hell?
So they did what every Gears fan would do if they had the money. They bought Gears to bring some life back to the franchise.
Way to go, Baird.
Number 8.
Activision goes to infinity and beyond.
Back in 2002, Activision invested some money in startup developer Infinity Ward, who happened to be working on a game called The Call of a Duty.
Based on the popularity of this so-called The Call of a Duty, Activision bought the entire company outright a day after the title dropped for a whopping $5 million, so they could make more of said game.
Well, that's a lot for you and me, Steve, but it's nothing compared to how much the Call of Duty makes now on a yearly basis.
Several years later, two of the creative heads at Infinity Ward took flight in giant mechs and then made a video game about their adventures called Titanfall.
That's kind of embellishing things there a bit, friendo.
Titanfall is a documentary. It's documentary fact about Infinity Ward.
Number 7.
LucasArts joins the Mouse House. A lot of good people lost jobs when Disney ceased using LucasArts as an active game developer.
Yeah, that does suck. On the flip side, it seems as though we're finally getting Battlefront 3.
No, I was promised Star Wars 1313.
They altered the terms of the deal, Steve.
I pray they don't alter them further. See what I did there?
Number 6.
EA rolls the dice on BioWare. Have you ever looked at the list of EA acquisitions throughout history, Larson?
Yes, it's ridiculously long.
All right. Anyways, for our purposes, though, DICE was acquired in 2006 by EA, and a year later, BioWare was snapped up by EA.
And now, EA is the most loved company ever.
Number 5.
Facebook goes into the rift. Current events for the win, Larson.
I love when the internet collectively shits itself like it did recently when Lex Luthor bought Lawnmower Man for a couple $2 billion.
What an intricate level of references you just made now. I have to research those.
Number 4.
Sony gets naughty. Based on the popularity of Crash Bandicoot, back in 2001, Sony snatched up the future home to Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, and The Last of Us.
All at the measly price of $13 and a bologna sandwich.
That can't be true. Let me internet really quickly. Oh, wow, it says it was sold for $13 and a bologna sandwich. You're absolutely correct, Larson.
Number 3.
Take-Two wants to be a rock star. Back in the late 90s, before literally all of you were born, the house of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption was known as DMA Design,
which was bought by Take-Two for $14.2 million.
Which is basically what Rockstar spends on like a tenth of a game these days.
Number 2.
Microsoft goes bungee jumping. When Microsoft locked up Bungie after their preview of Halo at E3 2K, it started a chain reaction that can still be felt today.
After Halo's rousing success, Bungie eventually split from Microsoft without their prized IP and are launching Destiny later this year, which is set to be a massive release.
I want you to be my density. Meanwhile, Microsoft might be hoping the new Halo will bail them out of the Xbox One hole they've dug themselves in.
Number 1.
Activision welcomes a Blizzard. This confuses me. I'll let you go ahead and explain.
Activision merged with Vivendi, which was Blizzard's parent company, but then ActiBlizzard pulled an NWO and swerved Vivendi by buying Vivendi out of their love fest, leaving Activision Blizzard standing on their own.
Its own.
Well, it's them, so it's their own.
Yeah, but they are now a single dual entity, so.
Yeah, right, dual.
Like, you can say there, but the correct way of saying it is its. If you want to be correct, you want to say its.
If I want to be correct, I don't listen to you.
I can argue with that point. Glad we're on the same page with that.
Sure.
Alright, just leave me alone. I'm trying to play this old-ass Call of Duty. Can't even run.